Hi, welcome back. We have to prove that the LHS is equal to RHS. Without expanding the determinant, prove that determinant of the left hand side matrix is equal to determinant of the right hand side matrix. That means I have to use properties of determinants and I have to convert them from the left hand side to the right hand side. Okay, let's look at the left hand side. Let us look at these two matrices and see what we can observe. In the first row, I have Ax, By, Cz. In the second matrix, I have ABC. That means x, y, z are gone. In the second row, I have x square, y square, z square. In the second matrix, I have x, y, z. That means again, it's divided by x, y, z. In the third row, I have 1, 1, 1 in the first matrix. In the second matrix, I have y, z, z, x, x, y. I'm not sure about that, but I'm particularly sure about the first and two, that if I divide by x and y and z respectively the columns, I should be able to get first two rows, then I can manipulate the third row. So what I will do, I will say R1 assigned, okay, it's C, what we are talking about is C. This is C1, C2, C3. We are saying C1, C1 divided by X, C2, C2 divided by Y, C3, C3 divided by Z. See here, whenever we are saying divided by X, we also have to multiply so that the values are changed. You know that if you are multiplying outside the determinant with a value, that's nothing but equal to multiplying it with one row or one column. That you should be very clear. Okay, let's go ahead and do this one. Now how this will become, then you will have C1 by X. That means I'll have A X, I'll have A, I'll have X, then I'll have 1 by X. Similarly, I'll have B, I'll have Y, and I'll have 1 by Y. Similarly, I have C, I'll have Z or Z, and I'll have 1 by Z. Now, what you have taken? You have taken X, Y, Z out. This is how it looks like? Yes. We have taken X, we have divided the first column by X, second column by Y, third column by Z, and multiplied with X, Y, Z so that the determinant value is not changed. Okay. Now what I will do, I will write A, B, C, X, Y, Z. After that, I'll multiply here with X, Y, Z, the third row. It will become X, Y, Z by Y, X, Y, Z by Z. Remember what we have earlier? We have X, Y, Z. Now we are multiplying, so you should divide it again. This is nothing but equal to what we have applied here. We have applied R3 into XYZ, and we divide it outside by XYZ so that the value is not changed. This is nothing but equal to, now A, B, C, X, Y, Z, XX cancels, YY cancels, ZZ cancels. We'll have YZ, ZX, XY. That's nothing but what we need to prove. How we have done this? We have compared. We see very clearly that the rows of first and second matrix are multiplied by XYZ respectively, the columns. If I multiply the, if I divide the first column, second column, third column by X, Y, Z respectively, I am getting first and second rows of the right hand side matrix. So I have done that. Whenever you are dividing, you should multiply also. so that the value is not changed. Once it is done, we see 1 by x, 1 by y, 1 by z, but we have here yz. If you cross multiply, you are getting xyz, y into zx, x into yz, or z into xy. So what we have done? We have multiplied with xyz and divided by xyz. What we get is nothing but what we needed. I hope this is pretty much clear. Now we'll stop on expanding the without expanding the determinant type of problems. We'll move to next level problems where we will expand, but we'll simplify, then we will expand that type of problem. See you in the next video then. Thanks for visiting. Thank you very much. Bye for now.